Drive on Mama, buckle up. Andre TV here from driveonmama.com, coming to you on a Thursday morning. And you want to know, what does Doordash driver money really look like? Most of my videos, I am going to be including the word money in Doordash because once I qualify for advertising, I want those ads on the video. And if you want to start a channel, you should think about what advertising you would like as well. Anyways, Doordash driver money. If you want to make money on the side with Doordash or even full-time, the best times to work for that Doordash driver money is going to be the mealtime hours, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most of your money working for Doordash is going to come from the customer's tips, which are voluntary rather than the Doordash base pay. There are many orders that will not have a tip. When that happens, depending on where you fall in the Doordash ranking system, because now their acceptance rate does matter in the quality of orders they send you, you are going to see the no-tip orders will go up. As people decline them, they'll add 25 cents at a time to the point where somebody actually takes the order. So we're on our third order for the day. My first order was for $14 going, well, it didn't say the mileage, and then they sent an add-on for $5.75 and an additional 1 mile. I've already done it, so it's about 6 miles in total for $19.75, and then I was outside of my zone. They sent me an order for $10.50 going 6.7 miles. I prefer to take orders that are $2 per mile or more, and that $10.50 doesn't meet the criteria, but I had to go back to my zone anyway. So that's why I took it. Plus, I keep my acceptance rate now above 70%. I have found that above 70%, I get most orders I am willing to take. There's still some that are just too much mileage or too far or to the wrong neighborhood for the wrong time of day. But for the most part, I can keep it above 70% based on the quality of orders. We are going to be working today almost 8 hours. I logged on about 8:53. And we're going to work till about 4:30. So if you are considering doing it full time, this can give you a range of what you can make during the daytime, which is the least amount. The highest paying orders, the most you're going to make is if you work the dinner hours. But let's see what we can do. We are on our way to the third drop. Okay, that last customer tipped $2, and the rest was the base pay from Doordash. Now, I passed at least 2 or 3 different McDonald's before getting to him. So I don't know if customers can't see the actual location that they're ordering from, or sometimes they just order from the one that's closest to their home even when they're at work. It was someone who worked at that building and didn't live there. But either way, Doordash had to raise the base pay up to that amount in order for me to accept it and take it. And when you have the lower percentage rate, or an acceptance rate rather, you will see that order when it was, well, the base pay is $4.75. No, $2.75 in my area. So if you tip $2, the first person who denied it saw it as $4.75 for that mileage, and it just kept getting declined and declined until it rose all the way up. Now we do have our next order, and if you want to make the most Doordash driver money possible, you should qualify or attempt to qualify for the large order program. The large order program, I believe the criteria is 200 plus lifetime deliveries, at least 100 in the last month, and a catering bag. On the website it says you have to be invited, but once you have the qualifications, you can call them, and essentially they'll send you the email directly where you can submit your catering bag photo, and then it's just a waiting game and just keep calling back until they accept you in. I haven't been in a month yet, but this next order is a catering bag order. It's 20 items, $14.25 for the 5-point-something miles, and I'll show you the subtotal as well. This 9 times out of 10 is not going to be $14.25, because most people who tip a percentage of the subtotal. So this should go higher. And if you look at a lot of YouTubers, gig workers, the people who make the most money typically are a part of this program, and they get these orders sprinkled in throughout their dashes on a regular basis. Maybe 1 or 2 if you're working a couple of hours. If you work all day, you have 3 or 4. I think since I've been in the program and I've worked during the daytime shift when my children are at school, the least I've received is 1 during that time period. But let's go to Potbelly. Okay, we are back in the car, and the subtotal was $110 and change, and it's going to a school. So it may or may not go back up. I have found with the school deliveries, it's 50-50. Sometimes they tip $2, and sometimes they tip according to the subtotal. So we will find out. Okay, that last order was a hidden tip. We were paid $27 rather than the $14.25 originally shown. And it was an easy drop off. Somebody came to the door and took it right away. And now we have our next order. This is under the classification of Doordash Drive program, and it's $19.02 for 7.7 miles. In my experience, when they give you actual cents and it doesn't end with a 25 cents, 50, 75, or $1, it is not going to go up. And the 7.7 miles will be taking us out of the zone, but we are accepting it because I like to keep my acceptance rate above 70%. It is more than $2 a mile, and we took it. Let's go to Honeymoon. Okay, Honeymoon Chicken operates out of this restaurant called Ensemble. They have a few different ghost kitchens that you can pick up food there. And the most important thing for the large order program qualifications, 95% completion rate. So 200 plus lifetime deliveries, 100 plus in the last 30 days, 95% completion rate, and your catering bag. Let's go pick it up. It is already ready. Well, I am pleasantly surprised. I was wrong. 1902 was not 1902. It was 28 and change. Thank you, doctor's office. Let's go. And we have our next order. Picking up at PetSmart. We have to shop 15 items, 12 of them cans of cat food. And it's 1.5 miles. Even though it didn't show it on the original screenshot, I've already put in the custom address, but we've already accepted. Let's go. Okay, bonus. This was a shop where they've already shopped. I just came in with my little cart that I got off of Amazon and loaded it up. Let's go deliver. And that last order did have a hidden tip. We were paid $11.50 rather than $7.50 that was shown. And we have our next order. We are at Safeway, $18.59, shopping for 7 items, and let's go. Okay, that shop took way longer than expected because we also did a little shopping of our own. But we have our next order. It did remain $18.75. Our next order, picking up at Leah's, $5.75 for 2.4 miles. Let's go. Okay, that last order, $5.75. 0 tip. You're gonna get them. It's gonna happen. Only thing is, with the high acceptance rate, you usually don't see them when they're $2.75, $3.75, $4.75. You see them when they're the $2 per mile promised, even though it's not officially in my zone yet. It is now 2:30 p.m. The slowest time during the daytime shift I have found to be 2 to 4 p.m. We have just taken our next order, which is also most likely no tip. Back picking up at Potbelly, 375.9 miles. Hopefully it's ready. Next order, we are back at a different PetSmart for $17.50 and 7 miles. Boy, do I not like 2 to 4 p.m. Let's go. Items picked up. At least I didn't have to shop. Now let's go deliver. Okay, that last batched order, the final payout was $19.02 instead of the $7.50 shown, and we have our next. Picking up a batched order at Sweet Green for $11.11, going 3.4 miles. Let's go. Okay, that last order, they hit 50 cents. We were paid $11.61 instead of the $11.11, and we have our last for this daytime shift. Picking up at Ringo's, $6.50 for 1.6 miles. Okay, all orders dropped off. We completed 14 orders today. We were active, or dash time was about 8 hours, so 7 hours and 50 something minutes, and active for 6.5 of those hours. We took every single order today. Every order that hit my phone is what I took, and we ended up with 162.72. Now this is with Top Dasher and large order program. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, well, you might have made more if you didn't take every order. I have been or actually I've not been top dasher long. I've been working this market for over a year. During the day, when the hours where the children are in school, it is very slow and low paying offers. I would not have been active as for 6.5 hours, and the dollar amounts would not have totaled what I ended up with today. Maybe multi-apping and possibly on a Friday, but yeah, I'm all right with it. So if you are looking for DoorDash driver money, this is an example of what could be in your market, but every market is different. You got to go out and try it and test it for yourself. Like and subscribe for more, and drive on, mama.